Hey, hi guys, how you doing? This is Mark with Behind Closed Doors. Everybody can get it. Hey guys, how you doing? Chiming in. This is a platform for my caregivers of the world. You know, folks who take care of people that cannot take care of themselves. So if you are a caregiver, you're taking care of somebody, you're in the right place at the right time. I'm gonna do a quick roll call and I'm gonna dive right on into something. I'm only doing a roll call because it's so fitting for what I'm going to share with you guys today. Hopefully this is something you can take and run with, right? You can take and run with it, right? What city, what state, what country, where you guys chiming in from? I just wanted to, tap in. And want you guys to tap in. Let me know where you guys are referring from. If you're a caregiver, what type of caregiving are you guys doing, right? If you're caregiving, right, give me a thumbs up, a fist bump, or a pound, or something, right, guys? How you guys doing, man? Happy Sunday. Right, happy Sunday to say the least, man. I'm glad I'm here. I'm gonna get right into my nugget to know today, and the nugget to know today is from right from here. It's right from the heart. It's right from the heart, right? And this is in lieu of questions that have been asked of me lately. Right, it's just been things that have been asked of me lately in terms of in my journey of caregiving, right? There's so many people that's running into, Mark, how are you making it monetarily? How financially, how are you guys making it? And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna get a little sip and dip here. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm going to be as straight up as I can, like always, right? Straight up is my mantra, right? Behind closed doors, ultimately, like I said, hey, we try to, tell and discover those things that people don't like to unravel it. Like, I find myself speaking for a lot of people, and that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I think God blessed me in that arena. But yeah. Before I go there, I am a sandwich caregiver, right? I caregive for a couple, different people, right? It's a journey, right? It's a whole lot, to be quite frank, right? I have a son, 11-year-old son with Down syndrome, autism, and ADHD. He's 24-hour care. He has sleep apnea, sleep issues. He got quite a bit going on, so he's 24-hour care, all that kind of stuff. And I'm painting a picture because I want to make sure I walk you guys through the process. At one point, I was taking care of 3 people. I was taking care of my late great mom. There you go. My late great mom, Virginia Taylor. Yeah, unfortunately, she passed around this time about a year or so ago. Right? She had Alzheimer's, dementia, high blood pressure, cholesterol. Just an array of stuff, and it all kind of went all at one time. So at one point I was caregiving full time for her, caregiving full time for my 11-year-old son, and then I have, she was actually taking care of my 48-year-old brother, right? It's my younger brother. So with that being said, I took over and resumed that, so to speak. So I've been doing some sandwich caregiving times 3, right? And I paint that picture for my folks that's new to the platform, right? You don't know what's going on and what's transpiring. You think it's tough taking care of one person, try 3, right? Or I'm sure somebody out there that has a bigger deal than me, right? But right now I'm talking about me, right? And I'm gonna get to me. Me is going to be a part of this topic right now, guys. And also I'm gonna be rolling out my platform behind closed doors, but it's Don't Knock the Hustle. Don't knock the hustle. I think this was so necessary because I've been getting tons of comments about how to make it. Mark, what are you doing? How did you get the business going? How did you do that? I've been getting a whole lot of, what did you do? You mentioned you get your, you guys formulated your own school. You started your own LLC, right? You're a parent provider payer, right? You also do, odd jobs that actually add up. Well, those odd jobs are called, they're called contracts, right? Where we are an LLC and we sub ourselves out to to places, right? One of them is, right, like Uber and Lyft. Right, everything has its place. I love Uber and Lyft I haven't drove in a little bit, but still, I have my I think it was the 10-year anniversary thing or something like that. I've been driving for longer than that, but nevertheless, it has its place. Doing auto transport, right? We're picking up cars, picking up one, from point A and dropping it off to point B, right? Being as a paid parent provider, if you would, and then a slew of other things, right? Content, all this stuff. The book, right? My book, Behind Closed Doors. It's in 4 different languages total with English, right? Still cooking with that. Find myself to, get certified, right? I'm a certified advocate, right? Which is big stuff. It is big stuff. It's more money. It's everything, right? I'm going to break all that down in the podcast, guys. I'm going to break it all down in the podcast. Let me start off by saying this before I tap into, and this is what they call it, impromptu, right? I don't know notes, none of that shit, right? I'm just coming right to you guys. I want this to stick to you guys because it hit me, right? It's a lot of us out here that's, obviously caregivers and entrepreneurs, and we've been chasing the bag for a long time. We've been chasing the bag for a long time, and I'm here to give you guys some good news. I'm giving you guys some good news about the bag that you're chasing. Your bag is looking right at you. When you look in that phone, I'm sure you can see yourself somewhere in it, or go find you a mirror or something. The bag that you've been chasing is you. The bag you've been chasing is your experiences. The bag you've been chasing is your downfalls, your failures. The bags that you've been chasing was your crazy fucked up lifestyle that haven't come to where you wanted it to come to. Your bag is the bag that everybody's talking about you. They don't understand nothing that you got going on. How you as a whole, your lifestyle, your experiences, your failures, everything and above. And I'm going to tell you guys the secret to that in the platform. I'm going to leave a link here, guys. I want you guys to get over to YouTube. It's called Don't Knock the Hustle. I had the podcast there for quite some time, and I said, you know what? Something hit me today. And I want to give it right back in that sense. I'm going to tell you guys and share with you guys how I'm capitalizing and monetizing off of me. Nobody else. Nobody else's platforms. Nobody else, how they do shit and how they got stuff going on. Lately, like I said, I have people that came to me and see what I'm doing, right? You see what I'm doing on social media. I'm not here to brag. I can care less about all that, right? At the end of the day, behind closed doors in the caregiving movement is to getting people to conversate and things like that, right? That's my goal, right? If we get viral, if things go crazy like it is doing right now, then so be it. I'll take it. But here's something that I realized, guys. I realized I am the damn bag. I'm chasing, going to everybody else's table, trying to do what everybody else is doing, trying to mimic my style of content to somebody else's. And it was something else that was funny. I was talking with my son, my older son, and we were talking about podcasts and things like that and everything. And the conversation that came up was, Dad, you gotta figure out your niche. You got to figure out the style and it's different styles of podcasting and media that you do, right? Some people do confrontational stuff. Some people do single podcasts, dual podcasts, whatever the case, right? I didn't realize that I'm in a lane all by myself My lifestyle early on in the game, the seed was born for me to be a caregiver. When I got to be a teenager, that's when the shit all came together, right? The obligations came in, right? The expectations came in for me to be a caregiver, right? Years, odd end jobs, shoveling snow, working at gas stations, if anybody know me, they know me, right? I've been accused of being the jack of all trades, and I act like that was a bad thing. No, that's not a bad thing. Just people was trying to call me that and thinking that was a downside to me because I didn't just fit everybody's program. I kept insisting on running my own damn program. Behind closed doors has enabled me to do that. For somebody that, historically coming up as a kid, having speech problems and ADHD and other things to that effect, dropping out of high school, all that stuff, and I could go on and on. I mean, from hustling in the streets, from bartending to working at parks to multi-level marketing, car sales, restaurants, and I could go on and on and on. Caregiving, youth care workers, teacher aides, and I could go on and on about all the things that I have done. And if I was, and you listen to them fools that can't operate like me. I was built for this shit. You is built for what you got going. You are your blessing. You don't have to chase nothing or nobody else again. I got the formula. You looking at it. You looking at them. From hustling on pool tables to shooting with one hand. People that know me, they know me. Yes, I shoot pool with one hand. It didn't start out like that. It took a surgery that screwed up an arm, and I refused to lose. All that's going to come out in the podcast. How I made it. I mean, literally paid bills, child support, and every damn thing else, shooting pool in the pool hall with one hand, pissing people off. That wasn't by mistake. It was meant for me to come back and share the game with somebody else. If you watching this, get your ass over there to Don't Knock the Hustle. Because I'm going to give it to you straight up, factory direct, how I did it, how I got through it, all that stuff. From the near misses to the oh man, I can go on and on and on. I mean, really being in bars and having guns and stuff pulled on me, all kinds of mess. To street hustling, retail. Me and a good friend of mine, man. I remember we did a grand total on one weekend. We cuffed about, I wouldn't to disclose the numbers, but it was somewhere to the tune of about 10 or 15 grand in a weekend, selling plaster, art, picture frames, and all this kind of stuff. And then just to be wiped out by a storm and, all that kind of stuff, right? All stuff getting knocked over, whatever. Going through the relationship stuff, trying to deal with women and everybody that I was with that could not understand how I operate. Little do I know, I didn't even realize, and even now so, that I'm the shit. You are the shit. You have the shit in you to be able to do that. And that's why I want you guys to make sure that you tap in. Go to Don't Knock the Hustle. Don't Knock the Hustle. I got some videos that's on there already that you guys can, you can capitalize from. Right? I talk about how the ride share, right? I took ride share to a whole different level, right? I'm not talking about just riding somebody back and forth for $20 and $30. I made quite a bit of money doing ride share. Right? And I'm going to share those things with you guys in the platform, how I did it, right? I had to be different in order for me to do that. I couldn't be a traditional rider, not talking to people, putting people in a dirty ass vehicle and keep moving. I couldn't do it. I had to do something completely different. Everything that I have done, I had to do it completely different. So I wanted you guys to tap in. Are you tired, man? I mean, are you tired? You're a caregiver, you got an obligation or something to that effect, and you're trying to figure out how to put the pieces together. I'm not saying that I got a perfect life and I'm sitting on millions of dollars and all that shit. I think at the end of the day, that's the reason why I'm having so much success, right? Because no matter what nobody think or whatever they put together, I'm real, right? This is a real story. I don't bullshit. I'm going to talk about the highs, talk about the lows. You know, I mean, death was calling on me a couple times, y'all. I'm going to share all that, you know what I'm saying, in the part of the journey and how to put things together. Man, hopefully somebody can learn from this. I'm giving it back. I got $1 million worth of games. I'm sitting here right in it. And I'm over here I'm lifting the skirt to everything else, trying to be a part of what they got going on. Trying to be like somebody else and everything. Man, God blessed me with a platform. That was all I needed. The platform. I've always been a people person. Oh, I'm going to get the numbers. I'm not worried about that. But I want this, right? The numbers going to come. Real game recognize game, real recognize real. Ain't too many people going to see my content and keep moving. Because it means if you did keep moving, you ain't real. I'm coming into you guys factory direct. Make sure you guys chime in. Don't Knock the Hustle podcast. Don't Knock the Hustle podcast. Chime in. This is what I'm doing right now with Behind Closed Doors, guys. Behind Closed Doors is blowing up much more than what I anticipated. And I'm okay. I'm making changes along the way. And I'm going to let you guys know about some of those changes as well. I've been asked about caregiving, entrepreneurship, senior care. I've been asked about veterans care. I've been asked about all these different avenues of care. Folks been, really chiming in on us when I bring some of the content about my family and things to that effect as well. Thank you guys, right? I mean, the numbers don't lie. I don't have to get into that, right? But here's what I'm doing moving forward with Behind Closed Doors, because I'm seeing the influx. My initial idea that I had in my head a long time ago, I was thinking that I wasn't going to use that idea until later. I didn't think that this thing will grow the way that it's growing right now, which is Behind Closed Doors itself is supposed to be multiple doors. And that's what I'm going to give you guys. So each door is going to be a podcast separately to talk about different conversations. Because right now, what we have going on right now is a whole lot of stuff gathering all in one spot at one time. When ultimately, the narrative that I'm bringing to the table is about, what I accomplished, right? Which was the human rights certificate, right? The advocacy, the human rights piece and everything like that. So that's why you're going to see some of that. How one breath I can be standing up for a veterans care person, or the next breath I could be, standing up for special needs, or the next human, right? It don't matter what you got going on in your life, man. When I see somebody not getting treated fair or something going on, right, that's what I bring up. I am a caregiver, but I'm much more than a caregiver, right? And that's some of that stuff that I'm going to be, there's two of those doors that are already open. You want to talk entrepreneurship, you want to talk about life, you want to talk about what I do with my money, how we get things going, how do I start my own school, how did I, all this stuff, right? You want to know about that stuff? I'm bringing all that over to Don't Knock the Hustle. It's already up and going, right? Also, if you want to know directly about caregiving, right? You want to know about some caregiving stuff and what my life entailed when it comes to caregiving, then you would be going to door whatever that is at that time. I'm still putting all this stuff together, but I have a couple doors that's already up and going. So if you are a caregiver, and this space right here is a lot going on, I must say, right? With almost 20,000 people and comments rolling in, platform after platform. I got all these people that I'm trying to communicate with. You will find the best answers that you need right now in for the podcast, right? You'll get the stories, you'll get everything that come along with it, right? You'll get those extended answers and things like that. So you want to make sure that you tap in. Right now, I'm gonna leave you a direct link to the podcast, but eventually, I'm gonna have all this stuff wrapped up the way that it needs to be wrapped up. It'll be one link at some point, but right now, each door has its own link. So when I do communicate with people, and I don't know, you have a loved one with autism or something, right? All right, now they're going to be in the door, the special needs door. We're going to conversate, and then we're going to start here. I'm going to get your attention, right? But then I'm going to refer you to that door so we can pick this conversation up, right, and continue to keep moving. But guys, yes, I'm excited. I'm excited about Behind Closed Doors. I'm also excited about Caregivers Confessions. Caregivers Confessions is the other door, right? We're talking all kinds of caregiving stuff on that platform. You have to get over there. That's where we're going to be talking about extended stuff, because a lot of people got a lot of questions. A lot of people got a lot of questions about how I make it, what I'm doing here. Then we're going to have a family life, right? Where we're talking about, man, hey, life, right? I mean, damn, as a caregiver, we're not living the ordinary lifestyle, right? So I'm going to present that in the way that it needs to be, right? And some of the stuff needs its own lane. I need to be able to talk to you the way that I want to talk to you, without getting penalized for it. So I want to be able to talk to people and bring that full effect, right, guys? So, I think this is the power move right here. We're going to continue to keep using the platform here, right? Whatever platform that you're looking at this video on. But just know that the real talk is going to be pushed down through its door. Behind closed doors. Get it? That's what I'm talking about. Each one of these conversations that we're having and people talking about it, once again, mental health. Right, that was one of the big ones that I'm getting a lot of feedback about mental health and stuff like that. Right now, I'm doing the audits where I actually go out to these. This is another conversation as well, but I'm going out to businesses and holding them accountable for making sure that special needs, elderly care, disabled folks that they're compliant, right? That's what we're doing. We build our own compliancy through our Behind Closed Doors media, right? So we'll be going in kind of like a secret shopper, if you would, and we're looking for certain things when we come in there. We've pissed off a couple people along the way, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay. One of the ones, if you could chime in, go on the Facebook, which you're on right now, right? You get the full videos and things like that. You want to know what happened with Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is a great place. I mean, it's a good place to eat snacks and get fat and shit. But at the end of the day, they're not accommodating like that, right? Nationally. I went to the store that I went to. It had a couple issues. But at the end of the day, nationally, they got problems. Right? You know what I mean? And not just with customers. I'm talking about their own employees that got, that had, that's disabled or special need or something and not being accommodated, being fired and all that stuff. People can hate on me all they want for me to, me exposing that. I don't care. I'm okay with it, right? I knew what I signed up for. I know I'm going to be called everything, but the fathers, I don't even care. But the Son of God, right? I know that already. Right, but yes, we do the audits. Right, I audited. So far we got two audits in. I'm gonna be doing another audit probably sometime tonight. Right, and I pick them. I pick them. It could be a casino, it could be a gas station, it can be Buc-ee's, it could be a strip joint. It don't matter what the hell it is, right? All of them are supposed to be held accountable, right? To make sure that they accommodate people that have special needs, handicapped, all that stuff, blind, whatever the case it is, right? And I have those episodes, and I'm gonna share those. You can, if you tap into the platforms, you'll see what I'm talking about. You know, just put in there Buc-ee's or something in the search, it'll pop up, right? You'll see the videos, you'll see everything, and I also do an auditing report. This is not a report I keep in my back pocket, folks. I take it, I draft it up. It's a professional document, and I email them. And I also CC some of the national corporations and things like that for disability. And we're going to chime in on that stuff, man. Right? I mean, if nothing else, guys, if it's not affecting you right now, it's going to affect you later. Your ass is going to end up getting old. You could potentially be in a wheelchair. You could potentially need that extra care or that extra this or whatever the case it is, right? The other audit that we did as well was over at Harkins Movie Theater right here in Arizona. Big, like AMC, kind of like, you know, I don't know if they got them everywhere. But yeah, I mean, we went in there, yeah, I mean, you know, had a little popcorn, a little couple snacks and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, they had some things that could have been modified, that could have been different as well. And I do that. I know what I'm up against, guys. Like I said before, I'm not budging. I'll be on to the next one. You know, I have a list of places that I will be hitting that's notorious for, you know, having, you know, violations, right? You know, aisles being blocked up with pallets of stuff and people putting that stuff's illegal. You can't do that. Not having a ramp or your doors and everything is not opening properly, or you got, you know, your entrances and exits and stuff are just not conducive to people with special needs. And then there was 2 incidents that happened right at Buc-ee's while I was there. I mean, this is no nothing rehearsed or none of that, right? Go in there, click Buc-ee's, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Once people ask, well, man, damn, Mark, well, why you so, you know, this way and that way, right? Well, one, I'm getting old, right? I'm getting old, right? I don't know if I'm going to be in a damn wheelchair or whatever the case. I hope I don't, but you know what I'm saying? I might be in a wheelchair. I might get blind. I might lose a limb or something like that, right? But I still want a shopping experience, right? I still want to be treated with dignity, right? That's why they got all this stuff out here, right? It's just what's need to be done, right? So yes, guys, that audit thing is going to be a great piece. If you guys got anywhere, or you can think of some places or whatever that you say, you know what, Mark, man, you ought to do McDonald's, or man, you ought to go over there to Home Depot, or maybe you ought to go over there to such and such, right? Tap in. Where would you like the next audit to be, right? You know, and I'm gonna tell you guys, here's what I do. Here's the value of me. I go in the hood and I go in the good. I go in the worst neighborhoods and all that, and I compare all that stuff. And it gets very interesting, you know, going to a Family Dollar in the hood, or going to a Family Dollar way out where everybody is, you know, just living lovely over there, right? It's a big deal. It's a big deal, and it shouldn't be a big deal like that, right? When we do go in, we just as much as we're looking for compliance, we're also looking at our customer experience. We're looking for a customer experience. When I go into these places, how I'm treated, all that stuff. I might go somewhere, man, just have me a little beer, food or beer or something, and sit down. I just want to just see, right? You know, how they going to accommodate me, you know, how long did it take, all that kind of stuff. And that's ultimately what I want to do. I want to put those two together as an experience, right? If everything is good, I'm still going to go through the proper channels to make sure that corporate get reached and say, hey, you know what, this location is doing a damn good job. They checked all the boxes. You got excellent staff and all that kind of stuff as well. So I just wanted you guys to, just know the landscape and what we're doing, right? So when you see different things, it seems like I'm all of it. No, behind closed doors, and it's the reason why I created this lane, because it gives me the ability to use all of my skill sets, my $1,000,000 skill sets that you have as well. Get over there to Don't Stop the Hustle. Don't Knock the Hustle. Don't Knock the Hustle. Get over there to Don't Knock the Hustle. I named it Don't Knock the Hustle because so many people like to knock people's hustle. I don't knock nobody hustle, man. If you on a pole, you on a street corner, you on a job, you in a career, whatever the hell you doing to make it, you make it. You do your thing. You ain't in my damn pocket. And this is the kind of energy I'm going to be bringing to you guys on Don't Knock the Hustle. So tap in, guys. Enough of that being said. I'm out of here. I just want to give y'all 30 minutes of my time, ultimately to put all this stuff together, man. Hopefully everybody chime in and tap in, all the other good stuff, whatever platform that you're in. I look forward to it. And once again, behind closed doors itself is streamlining to make it real easy for you guys to be able to, participate in the platform. Thank all of you guys for making behind closed doors what it is, what it's about to be, and what it was, or whatever, right? Thank you guys. Behind closed doors, everybody can get it. I holla.